Franklin, Tennessee, Satyam.
Hello, everyone. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, yes, he said he's from Nashville, but where is he really from? Because I get that every time I tell someone I'm from Nashville, like, yeah, but where are you really from? Like, before that, I was in New Jersey. But no, I am an Indian, which, by the way, makes me the 7-Eleven kind of brown. Not 9/11. It's a subtle but important difference. And usually it's never been a problem, but recently some very angry person yelled at me in the street and told me to go back to whichever terrorist camp I came from. And my first thought was, I'm not going back to Jersey. Like, there's too much traffic, you're surrounded by Indians, like, no. It's a little too much like home, and I don't like it. But it's funny, like, growing up in India is a lot like growing up in the US, but with small differences. Like, growing up in India is a lot like growing up in Flint, Michigan. There's no white people. There's no money. But in India, I could at least drink the water. As I said, subtle but important differences. So when I moved to the US, I first moved to Alabama because I wasn't ready to leave the third world yet. And even there, I noticed like little differences, like in the schools, when you have science projects, it's along the lines of make a volcano out of baking soda. In India, it's more like, please don't die of malaria. Like, just survive. Yeah. For the longest time, I used to think that snitches get stitches was a selling point. I wasn't the brightest tool in the shed, that's all. But here's the thing. So I'm glad you guys had a great time, because every time I go out to do comedy, my wife's like, please don't bomb. But mostly because it makes for a very misleading headline. That's it from me, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Satyam.